This horrible story shows why it is very dangerous to allow convicted criminals to break out of prison, and the saddest part of this story is that the suspect tried to destroy an entire family by framing the father of the victim for the crime he committed himself. On the 23rd of October 2025, a man named Michael Ezenwani went to rob a house in Agbo, Delta State, Nigeria. The house he picked belonged to 26-year-old Christabel Egedefe. Michael burst into the house, harassed the woman, collected her mobile phone, and then went on to try and collect the key to her motorcycle. At this point, Christabel dragged with him, and he pushed her with force. Christabel fell and struck her head on the floor. She lost consciousness, and Michael then used a blanket to cover the girl and escaped from the house. But the nightmare for Christabel's family was just beginning and was about to get even worse. The next day, Michael tried to sell the phone he stole from Christabel. According to reports, the person he tried to sell the phone to suspected it was stolen because of how Michael was acting. The potential buyer was said to have called the police, and Michael was arrested on the 24th of October 2025. Now, this is where things began to get really interesting. At the station, Michael denied stealing the phone. He claimed he had not even been in Nigeria and that he had been in Libya. He claimed he brought the phone from Libya and just wanted to sell it. While in police custody, the phone rang. When the call was answered, it turned out that the caller was Christabel's sister. The police then got Christabel's address and went to her house, where they found her dead and covered with the blanket. When Christabel's family got to know about her death, her father reportedly confronted Michael and vowed to kill him as revenge for taking the life of his daughter. It was at this point that Michael decided to confess, but he would include a very dark twist to his confession. Instead of sticking to just the truth, Michael confirmed that he was indeed the one who murdered Christabel, but proceeded to allege that he was hired by Christabel's father to eliminate his own daughter. Based on this confession, the police detained Christabel's father immediately and kept him in custody for about 6 days. The news began spreading in Agbo that a father had hired someone to kill his own daughter. However, after some days, Michael told the complete truth. He confessed that he had lied against Christabel's father, claiming that he only accused him because he did not want to suffer alone. According to him, he was scared that Christabel's father would look for him wherever he was and then kill him as he had vowed. So he decided to lie against him because if they were both in prison, the father would not be able to harm him as vowed. Further investigation revealed a very disturbing secret about Michael. Investigations showed that Michael was one of the suspects who had broken out of prison in 2020 during the popular NSAS protest. Reports have it that after he broke out of prison, his mother allegedly gathered funds and helped him relocate to Libya, where he lay low for over 4 years before he finally decided to return to Nigeria. Now, the shocking part is what actually took Michael to prison in the first place. Michael was among the 6 suspects who were arrested for the brutal murder of a 22-year-old student named Vera Uwaila Umozua inside a Redeemed Christian Church of God in Benin City, Edo State. On Wednesday, May 27, 2020, he was not just a member of the syndicate, but actually the prime suspect in the horrific crime. This current development shows that Michael had changed his name from the Collins Uligbe, who used a fire extinguisher to murder Vera, to the Michael Ezenwani of today, who pushed Christabel to her untimely death. Michael did not just change his name, but also his location. He was living in Edo State when he murdered Vera, but relocated to Delta State, where he eventually took Christabel's life. One thing that Michael has not changed yet is probably his desire to drag other innocent people into his crimes, because the same thing he did to Christabel's father, he had also done to his landlady after he was arrested in 2020 for the murder of Vera. Michael had claimed that his landlady Mary Ade was the mastermind behind the gruesome attack on Vera. According to him, Mary was the one who paid for the brutal attack on Vera. He claimed she funded it because she was angry that people in the church loved and adored Vera more than her own daughter. Michael had initially told the police that Mary paid them the sum of 1 million naira for the job. However, he later changed his story to something that portrayed an entirely different reason. Michael later claimed that Mary paid them 1.5 million naira and that she gave them a handkerchief which they must use to clean some of Vera's blood and then return to her. He claimed that Mary wanted to use the blood for a ritual that would make her small shop grow into a big supermarket. However, Mary had denied all these accusations, calling Michael a criminal who had promised to drag her into the crime. by telling lies against her. Mary, who was Michael's landlady, revealed that Michael was trying to get back at her for opening the door to his room to the police to conduct a search while he was still in custody. She claimed she had given Michael a quit notice a few months before the crime was committed and that he had refused to leave. Another suspect named Nelson had also denied his involvement in the crime, claiming that Michael was making up stories just to involve him. One other suspect named Valentine had also claimed not to know Michael and explained that he was in a different area on the day the crime was committed. Despite all the denials from the other suspects, Michael was identified as the main person who carried out the attack on Vera. He was sent to a correctional center to await trial, where he eventually broke out during the 2020 NSAS protest. Michael has now cleared Christabel's father by publicly confessing that he was not the one who ordered the murder of his daughter. He remains in police custody as more investigations are being conducted.
What's your name?
Michael.
Okay, Michael. Tell us what led to the death of this girl. Why did you kill the girl?
It's not my intention to kill him.
Okay.
So unfortunately, both of us are dragging. So I asked him to give me.
Open your mouth.
I asked him to give me the key. So the guy is dragging with me. So before that, I used my own power to beat the guy and push him.
And push her?
Yeah, he can't fall down.
Okay.
So unfortunately, he didn't talk again.
So you felt that she don't die?
Yeah, so I can't use bracket.
So how were you arrested?
So the next day, so when I went and fed the phone, it's where the boy that I went and fed the phone called police.
Oh, you collected the girl's phone?
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
the boy I went and fed the phone, the Hausa boy called the police post and arrested me.
All right. When you were arrested, when they asked you who sent you, what did you tell the police?
I tell the police, I didn't, the first time I did not
just go straight to the police, not waste my time.
I tell the police it's the girl's father.
Say the girl's father?
Yeah, but I lied.
Wait till we'll get there. You told the police that it's the girl's father?
Yeah.
Okay, why did you tell them that it's the girl's father?
The girl's father came the other day, so I started shouting at me, beating at me, saying you're going to kill me. So I thought, okay, let me just form the story that I say is the girl's father that sent me.
Now, say it before the word now. Was it the girl's father that sent you to murder the girl? Yes or no?
No.
Say it well. I want to hear you say it.
No, it's not the girl's father.
It's not the girl's father?
Yeah, I lied.
So what was the reason for you saying it was the girl's father?
Because you say you want to kill me. That is the reason that I lied against him.
Okay, people of Agbo, because I heard that the rumor is fast spreading. The father is innocent too. Let us be clear. The man who murdered the daughter is here and he has stated it that it was not the father who sent him. However, because he was afraid that wherever he is, the father will look for him and kill him. That's why he said the father should perish alongside him. He happens to be the same suspect who was part of the syndicate that murdered that girl in church. You see the danger of jailbreak. He was set free from prison due to that jailbreak. Today, he has murdered another girl. Only God knows how many persons he must have murdered from the year 2020 till date before we have gotten in. So when we are celebrating some of these things that are not right for the society, we should understand that he who lives in glass house does not throw stone. You don't go to a market and throw stone because you don't know who that stone will hit. The father is innocent. I want us to get it clear. What's your daughter's name, sir? Christabel who? Christabel? Aminu. Christabel Aminu. How old is she? This man took the life of a 26-year-old girl. What's your age?
Me, 30.
He's 30 years old.
This case clearly shows why prison security is so important and why escaped convicts must be tracked down and brought back to face justice. If Michael had been recaptured after he escaped in 2020, Christabel would still be alive today. Her death could have been easily prevented. It also shows the dangerous pattern of how some criminals try to drag innocent people down with them when they are caught. First, it was his landlady, Mary, and then it was Christabel's father. Michael's actions have destroyed multiple families and taken the lives of at least 2 young women who had their whole lives ahead of them. Share your thoughts in this case in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more true crime stories.